Good morning to all my colleagues. Warm good morning from Sydney. Weather is getting a little bit chilly here. Thank you for the introductions and this opportunity to present some of the ideas related to AI in project management. So I'll be talking from project management perspective, how AI has been looked into the field of project management and what are the futures for us there. This is my picture for AI, which I got it from PMI itself. So to start with, I just want to start with the timeline of AI, just to give us a brief idea, because AI is not a new thing. We've been with AI for many, many decades, but we have not realized it until something called ChatGPT comes along the way. So everybody is talking about AI as if it is something new. It is not new. We've been using AI for a long, long time. Let's see. The timeline, it started from 1940 to 1950. This is how I try to make it in a decade. This is the first thing we can say that in World War II, Enigma 2 decoded the Enigma machine. The bomb machine was used, and this we can think original idea of AI is there. And in 1915, the test for machine intelligence by Alan Turner was done. And then from 1950 to 1960 decade, John McCartney coined the term AI for the first time. This is what Ian mentioned about in 1956, ever first AI conference in Dartmouth College. So this was something for all AI lovers to look forward at that time. And then from 1960 to 1970, some improvement happened. 1961, the first industrial robot Unimat at assembly line. 64, first chatbot Elijah developed at MIT. 66, general purpose mobile robot developed at Stanford. 1970 to 1990, I call it AI hibernation period. Not much happened during this period. And after this, much of the AI goal was achieved during this decade, 90 to 2000. 1997, Gary Kasparov defeated by IBM Deep Blue in chess. I still remember the news when I was in school. It was a big shock to us. In 1998, emotionally intelligent robot Kismet was developed. In 1999, pet robot dog Ebo was launched by Sony. 2000 to 2010, much of things happened here. 2002, the vacuum cleaning, which Odesh shown in his presentation. Romba introduced 2008, voice recognition, and Siri introduced 2009 autonomous driving system developed by Google. And in 2010 to 2020, many things happened in this field of AI. 2011, Q&A computer system, IBM Watson was launched. 2014, Alexia, a virtual assistant AI system by Amazon. 2016, humanoid robot, Sophia. She is the first to receive a citizenship, Saudi Arabian citizenship. 2017, a first AI music composer, Amper. And in what we are talking about at the moment, OpenAI released first GPT-2. And then now what we are talking about at this point of time, many things happened. 2020, GPT-3, and everybody's talking about what is this, AI, everything because of that. 2020, DALL-E release text-to-image generator. 2022, ChatGPT 3.5, and now it is GPT-4, and it's ever going on. So this is the overall scenario of AI. So we know that AI is not new things. We've been with AI for many times, but only the idea and this it becomes a buzzword after what we have recently seen because of ChatGPT. Now, I just want to talk about from AI and automation in project management. This is what I would like to talk about. There are a few research which has been conducted by PMI. And according to this research, 81% of the project professional acknowledge that impact of AI in their organization, and about 37% reported that the adoption of AI technology is of higher priority for the organizations. So that means now majority of the organization are thinking about AI, adopting the AI technologies in their organization to do various kinds of projects and activities. There was another report by McKinsey Global Institute, and according to that report, by 2030, the adoption of automation will impact an average 400 million workers globally, or approximately 15% of the global workforce. And we may need to evolve their skill sets to adopt the global automation and AI. This is something that we have to think about as an educational institute, what sort of a skill sets we need to impart on our students for if they have to face this future, because future is AI. Whether we agree or not, whether we like or not, this is the future, and we have to be prepared for that. And so when we look at the project management itself, the project tasks, many of the conventional project tasks like risk management, estimation, scheduling, etc., will undergo an evolution in which these are the traditional management tasks now, which will be project management tasks, which will be taken care by the machines, will be taken care by the machines. So this is the global scenario, and majority of things are happening in this area. So these are the two references from where I got this information from. And now let's look at the AI and the PM methodology. Where do we stand when we talk about AI? This is the methodology that we used till 2020. It was based on PMBOK 6, Project Management Book of Body of Knowledge by PMI Institute, Project Management Institute, 2017 edition. We no longer use this. But this was the idea till this time. It was a process-driven methodology where you'd consider a project management as a system approach where there's an input and it will be processed by tools and technique, and we'll have an output. And accordingly, at that time, 12 knowledge areas were developed, 49 different process activities were recognized, and 5 process groups were recognized. And then with the changing projects getting more complex, agile project management, lots of things are happening. Because of that, recently we moved to another approach, which is called principle-driven methodology in PMBOK. This is the latest methodology that we are using. We are no longer using the process-based methodology. However, it still can be used, but we follow 2021, which is a principle-based. Now, according to this, they say there are 12 project principles, 8 performance domains, tailoring. It is basically focused towards a value-driven project management and in principle-based. And it will be it can be adopted. It is good for the agile project management, and so it offers a flexibility, and it can be tailored. So this is based on the latest development that is happening in the field of project management. Now, with the development of AI, the fast-paced development of AI, this is what I feel we're going to go in that direction. This is my view. So we are heading towards data-driven methodology. I call it D2PM, data-driven project management. So this is where we are heading towards. So we are using AI in this perspective, and sooner or later, I'm sure PMI and other institutes are going to include this in their methodology. That's what I foresee. This is data-driven principles, requirement of new set of tools, techniques, and knowledge. So that means the knowledge that we have, the traditional knowledge so far we have, is not enough for us to cope with this kind of a development, which is going to happen soon. In the near future. So we need a next set of tools, technique, and knowledge. As of now, we need to have some certifications, and this certification is good enough for us to work in a professional in industry, but now it is no longer going to be applicable certifications. We need a different set of skills. This is what I see that's going to happen in the future. But now what we have is this principle-based. And these are the 6 AI components which have already impacted our industry. And this is based on the research done by PMI, focus research. And as you can see, there are 6 components of AI: knowledge-based system, machine learning, decision management, expert system, deep learning, and robotic processing automation. So these are the 6 components of AI which has already been affecting our industry. And these are some of the survey results. Now, especially when I looked into these things, when I went through many articles, what I see that there are 2 important components that is more going to be used in project management. One is this machine learning. And in the machine learning, we will be using supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning, which already talked about. And another one is NLP, natural language processing. That is something, a component of that AI, which I think will be more useful in project management. So basically, this is already in our field. People are using it. They have already seen the benefit of it, and we are heading towards this. Now, when it comes to AI, where can I use the AI? So this is what I thought about. So being a teacher of project management, and then teaching the project management from quite some time, this is what I thought. AI can be used at 3 levels in an organization. One at strategic level, one is tactical level, and one at the operational level. In the strategic level, mostly based on decision making, the AI and its AI assisted tool can help a manager, senior leaders at the strategy level to make informed decisions, because we are producing a copious of data. We have lots of data, we are producing it. And AI thrives, this technology thrives on data. Until and unless we fed them data, they are not going to work. So they thrive on the data, and we are producing lots of data. And this data is going to be used by the senior level managements to make informed decisions and better decisions. For example, if you want to select a project, for example, project selections. So think about the scenario where you can come up with 3 options, and the AI will help you to tell that, okay, Project A, if you implement, has a 70% chance of success. Project B, if you implement, has a 80% chance of success. And Project C, if you implement, has a 30% chance of success. Though ABC all are strategically aligned towards your strategic objective. At the time, as of now, we do not have those kind of information, and AI can do that. These things has already been in practice. People are showing it. People are doing they are doing this kind of simulations, and they are showing this is going to work. Another is at the tactical level. Basically, it is tactical level. It's more like a PMO level, project management or program management office or portfolio management office. At that level, it's going to work, where they're going to use this power of AI analytics. So to analyze the data, to come up with the reports, to come up with the visualization of the data, to understand the status, how my projects are running, how my programs are running, how the portfolio is running. All this of a status will be given at that level. So it will be very easy for the P3M, project program and portfolio manager, to control and oversee the tasks. And at the operational level, it will be more like a data analytics, where a project manager or program manager can use the power of AI to do lots of things which generally we do manually. We used to do, later on, we have some other things like scheduling, we have a cost estimation, and to understand the scope creep, and what is the probability of success. All these things can be done at that operational level. So there are 3 levels where AI can be used. This is what I see. Now, we are not using in a full capacity, but industry is already embracing the technology, and they are using it. So that's the 3 levels where AI can be used. Now, coming back, if that is the case, then what sort of a skill set we need for our students as well? And we have to think, this is what I call a skill set for 21st century PM. Now, the soft skill, this is the important, because now, since we are going to use AI and AI-assisted technology, the traditional competency that a project manager has in order to implement the methodology and to manage the various tasks will be taken care by the machine. So then now what the manager is going to do? So the companies are investing their time to train their managers in this area of soft skill, where machine is not going to overtake you. You will still have to work as a human, soft skill, your conflict resolution, stakeholder engagement, negotiation, mentoring, training, all these things. So that is the area where we should focus. Our students should develop the skill in this part. Another is emotional intelligence. That's another area. So this is another skill that is needed, because the emotional intelligence was reported as one of the top 15 sought after skills for 2025 by World for Economic Forum. So emotional intelligence, another area where we can train our student. Data science and data analytics. This is where you must have that skill now if you want to work in the future as a PM. Where there is a lots of technology, AI associated technology, you must have a knowledge, skills in this area of data science and data analytics. So far, that's no problem. Even we can manage if we don't have anything, but now we need that. And complex problem solving, that basically intelligent real-time analysis. So we need to have that kind of a thinking capacity, problem-solving capacity, real problem, challenging problem, this kind of a skill we need to have, and socio-cultural and personal skills. As I said earlier, many of the tasks, technical skills that we generally teach in college and universities will be taken care by AI. Then what are you going to do? We need to be socially, we need to have this social and interpersonal competency, cultural empathy, attitude, self-direction, these kind of things. Machine cannot overtake us. We have to. These are the skills that I think we need to think about giving to our student, as well as to make ourselves aware of these skills. Now, these are some of the tools which is currently used in industry. So these tools, AI tool, they are to supplement and enhance human activities, basically intelligence assistance and automation. These are the tools, and these tools use some of the components of AI. Some of them are using machine learning. Some of them are using NLP. These components are using chatbots, Zipbox, REST Cooper, Polydon, Carrijon, Trello, Proofhof, Asana, Ricky, ClickUp, Project Insight, Notion, Monday, and many more. So these are the people are using these things at the operational level, not in the tactical and the strategic level. For tactical and strategic level, now the new set of tools for project management is being developed, which is especially, I would say, a predictive AI and prescriptive AI. So to predict, you are using the AI to predict, and we are using the AI to prescribe the right solution to us. So these are the area where they are using. So predictive tools are being used. It is being used. And people are testing it. And there are some companies which are already working in this area to do a predictive AI. There are companies who are working. So these are some of the tools which is currently being used. Now, next question is, now what can we do as an EPEC in an institution? What can we do? These are some of my thoughts. We can talk about AI literacy. This is what Michelle was talking about earlier. So we can introduce this concept of AI to our associate concepts. This is what I say. I say PRJ 5001 is the introductory project management course where we can introduce it. In fact, I have already done that in my unit. I have introduced this idea in my unit, and I generally discuss this in week 10. In the next week, I'll be talking about this with my students. So this is what we can do. Data science and data analytics, we must need to have a course. We used to have a course earlier in this regarding. That's why I call reintroduce, a course something like SPM 1108. That is a course on data analytics, decision making, business decision analysis, something like that. We need to think, maybe as an elective course, but we need to think in this direction now. If we really want to go ahead and face the challenge. PM leadership, this is very, very essential. Now we need to reorient our unit, such as BUS 5004. At the moment, we are talking about traditional leadership. Now, traditional leadership is not going to work. We need to talk to them about AI leadership, where emotional intelligence, social cultural competency, empathy, these ideas need to be taught. So this need to be reoriented. And then another area which I think we can do is we need to expand the scope of research in PRJ 5106 and PRJ 6001. So these are the things which we can do as an institute to be aligned with this development which is happening all over the world. This is my thought. And thank you very much. At the end, I leave you with this very beautiful quotation by Amit Ray. As more and more artificial intelligence is entering into the world, more and more emotional intelligence must enter into leadership. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Rakesh. That was fascinating. And your ideas about building in AI literacy and AI research are spot on, and something that we'll need to tackle in a very systematic way in our courses very, very, very soon. But your other point that you made is a really good one too, that we need to be developing our students non-AI related skills, those very human skills like stakeholder engagement and negotiation and leadership and emotional intelligence. We need to keep that at front of mind as well. So I thought that there were, some really interesting points. I can see Ian's got his microphone unmuted. Ian, over to you.
Oh, that's a fantastic presentation, Rakesh, and for someone who's had a long-term interest in project management, to have you clearly articulate what the potential impact is in the project management discipline. And as you've just described, how we can actually change the way we're teaching our Masters of Project Management in business to reflect on what would be the really key skills for a great project manager in the future, who may have AI helping them a lot of what we might have called the boring parts of project management, but to help them understand they really need to develop those leadership skills, the emotional intelligence, all of those. Excellent presentation, and good to see you're already implementing some of your thoughts into the teaching program.